This is Robert Ziegler. The last time Robert and I were together, I was attempting to play the theme from Midnight Cowboy on the chromatic harmonica, an instrument I still haven't fully mastered. We're taking a break in rehearsals at the moment for a concert. We're doing a series of concerts of film music, and it's film music that I've chosen to be non-canonical. So it's a kind of choice of film music that I really like, films that were important to me when I was a kid, that perhaps wouldn't be the classic great scores. If you had to name the great film music scores off the top of your head, what would they be?
Oh, God, probably something from Eric Wolfgang Korngold. He sort of created the vocabulary of film music, like Robin Hood. Something definitely from Bernard Herrmann, Psycho or Taxi Driver. And John Williams, got to be something. I think E.T. is one of my favorites.
So you wouldn't have gone, for example, I've chosen Planet of the Apes, the Jerry Goldsmith, although that's kind of very well respected. The Angelo Badalamenti theme from Twin Peaks, Fire Walk With Me, which we have played before and we know that people absolutely love it. There's an arrangement of Tubular Bells, which of course wasn't written specifically for The Exorcist, in fact was nicked by William Friedkin from the Mike Oldfield. But we also have an arrangement of the theme from Silent Running, the Space Fleet from Silent Running, which I don't think has been performed live at many film music concerts. No. And of my own personal favorites, also we got a bit of There Will Be Blood. You conducted There Will Be Blood for the actual recording. Why didn't There Will Be Blood get nominated for an Oscar? What was the technicality on which it was disqualified?
If you get nominated for Best Original Score, the score has to be written in its entirety or almost in its entirety for the film.
Okay.
I was working with the BBC Concert Orchestra, and Johnny Greenwood was their composer in residence. He wrote a piece for them. We broadcast it. Paul Thomas Anderson heard it and said, "I'll have that for my film." And we all said, "That's fantastic." Johnny then went on to write more music for the film, but used a substantial bit of the bit called Popcorn Superhet Receiver. That was the first piece in the film There Will Be Blood. So that disqualified him for Best Original Score because a bit of that music had originated earlier for a concert.
Okay, I think he was basically disqualified in technicality. It was one of the best pieces of music of that
Great
year. And the fact that it wasn't nominated was absolutely outrageous. Of the other stuff that we're doing tonight, with Bernard Herrmann, you mentioned before, we're doing North by Northwest, something from Taxi Driver. What are your other favourites?
Tonight, let's see, what do we have? Well, you know,
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. I tell you, it has seduced all of us, every member of the orchestra.
Because you were really skeptical when I said I want to do Mary Poppins. You went,
yeah. You know, and I love Disney and I love Sherman. I thought, what's this doing in this concert? But this concert is so diverse.
I was sitting there and the orchestra have been running through the pieces, right? And they're all doing, they're very serious, obviously, the North by Northwest and all the rest of it. And they started playing Mary Poppins. It's the Overture, because the Overture from Mary Poppins has just got all the hits. It's got Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and Chimney and Feed the Birds. Yeah. And literally everyone lights up. Everyone knows every single song.
That's right. It's Sherman Brothers.
Hit after hit. Yeah, the Sherman Brothers. Why aren't they generally regarded as, the top of the tree?
Because like all of the people in Disney, they're subsumed into the huge Disney machine. And it's also in that wonderful musical factory where you get the songwriter, then you get the arrangers and the orchestrators who make it into this glorious sort of symphonic statement. But the tunes are indestructible.
Now, the question that everyone always asks is, does a piece of film music have to work away from the film? When I'm hearing these pieces of music played, and each concert we get a special guest, so, Jim Broadbent tonight, so we've got some music from Cloud Atlas, incidentally, which I've recently reassessed.
Golly.
But there's that whole thing, when I'm hearing the music, I'm seeing the film played out. Does the music have to work away from the film? I mean, when you're performing it, with an orchestra, does it have to stand up on its own? I mean, I love Peter Maxwell Davies' score from The Devils, for example.
Fantastic. That works very well. The little excerpt we're doing, in fact, we have back-to-back exorcisms because we have Tubular Bells from The Exorcist, followed by The Exorcism from The Devils, which, in fact, is a foxtrot.
It is. It's a kind of weird jazzy,
very
Ken Russell.
But all the pieces that we're doing work extremely well on the concert stage. They have structure, they have their own atmosphere, and they establish an atmosphere very clearly, which is obviously what they have to do. But now they're given a chance to tell their own story and not accompany another story, and they're all doing it brilliantly.
So the deal with these concerts, as I said, it's non-canonical stuff. So if you were choosing great film music, it would be Korngold, it would be Herrmann, it would be Williams. So my question to you is, you have to choose three pieces of film music completely non-canonical. What would they be? Three pieces that would not be the kind of thing that Robert here, who knows a lot more about this than I do, would expect one to pick.
Whatever you love.
Let me know.